What's going on YouTube, Rip&Tip Outdoors? I'm Dustin Fox, and today I got a special helper, Jocelyn. I tried to do some fishing earlier in the week. It is completely blown out due to runoff. Take a look. So I decided, well, can't do much fishing right now, so we'll make some deer jerky. So stay tuned. Alright guys, what's going on? So in this bowl right here I have roughly 5 pounds of Montana mule deer ground hamburger that I ground myself. I actually harvested this mule deer also this last hunting season. We're going to actually mix it with some Hi-Country Jerky seasoning and cure, original recipe. My family really likes this stuff. It's super easy, and they are also a Montana based company, so we like to support them. They have multiple different types of flavors. We like the original, but there's all types of different stuff. You can buy this stuff anywhere pretty much in Montana, but I think you can also get it on Amazon and on their website. So inside the box, I've already kind of taken this out. I've already used this once this year. I made some other jerky. You're going to get the jerky seasoning, cure packet, and then the instructions. Tells you what kind: the original recipe, smoky blend, spicy blend, garlic peppers, 3 pepper, and sweet and spicy. They also give you what you're going to need if you do whole muscle, which is scraps that you get from butchering your deer. Or if you want to take like a roast and slice that thinly and turn that into jerky, that's like the whole muscle. Then you do for the instructions for ground and form jerky, which we're going to be doing today. I have 5 pounds, so I need 3/4 a cup of the amount of spice and 5/8 of a teaspoon. Got a measuring cup here. All right, Jocelyn, I'm going to need you to pour this stuff in here. Can you open this bag without spilling it everywhere?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. So open the bag, take the seasoning out of there, and pour it into this. We need 3/4 of a cup. Yep. Let's see. Nope, that's the salt. Okay. Curing salt, yep.
Pour it in there?
Yep, pour it in there. You might have to take it out of that other bag. I think there's another bag in there. Hold on. Here, you hold the camera.
Okay.
We're gonna, whoops. So we're gonna pour 3/4 of a cup. Let's see. It's gonna be most of this. Oh. Almost. It's gonna be all of this, I believe.
Oh my goodness, it smells.
Alright, I'm a little under 3/4 of a cup, but I think that'll be okay. With that, we're going to need 5/8 of a teaspoon. 5/8 of a teaspoon is a 1/2 teaspoon and then 1/4 teaspoon. Yep, so you just want to so we're going to just dump that in there. Then we're going to scoop some more out. And also dump that in there. And then we're just going to mix it up really good here. Get that curing salt mixed up. And this is kind of a 2-step deal. We're going to mix this tonight. And then we're going to put it in the smoker tomorrow. But you really want to make sure you keep this in the fridge at least overnight to let it get into the meat. So we're going to go to the meat now. I'm just going to dump a little bit in. Can you get a shot of that? And I'm going to mix that in by hand. You don't have to do this with just wild game. You can also do it with beef. I've done it with just normal beef hamburger. I've gone to Sam's Club, or you can even go to Costco and you can buy the 5 pounds lean. And you can do this exact same recipe with that, and it turns out pretty good because we're doing hamburger or ground jerky. We're going to be putting it through the jerky gun, but that'll be tomorrow after this sits in the fridge overnight. rest of it in there.
Bless me.
Yep, bless you. How you doing over there, camera girl?
Good.
All right. So just want to mix that in there really good. Make sure everything gets good. It's going to start getting tacky, and that's what you want. And then we're just going to cover this and put it in the fridge until tomorrow morning after I get this good and mixed up. That's about good. You can start seeing it's getting tacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mixed up pretty good. Starting to stick to itself pretty well.
It's looking like it's been cooked. Has it been cooked?
It has not been cooked.
Oh my goodness.
So after mixed it up really good, I'm just going to cover it now and put it in the fridge. I will see everybody tomorrow. All right, what's going on? So we let this sit in the refrigerator overnight. You can kind of tell it's turned a little bit of a different color. That's because of the seasoning and the curing salt. I also took the smoker out of the shed. Got the water pan here. Got the drip pan tray. And then I've got my racks. I took these out, the water pan and the drip tray, because there's a quick little tip. If you wrap those in tin foil, the cleanup is super easy. So I'm going to wrap those in tin foil and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got those wrapped in tin foil. The water pan I could actually just take out of the smoker, but I'm just going to leave it in there so it can catch some of the juices. We're not going to be putting any water in there because, of course, we're making jerky, and the purpose of that is to dehydrate the meat. So I'm just going to set those to the side. Alright, so we've got our trays, we've got our jerky meat, and we've got the jerky gun. I've got just a cheap jerky gun. You can buy more expensive ones. They sell jerky cannons, which are really nice, but I just don't have one of those. This one seems to work just perfect. I've got the attachments for it. We're going to be doing thin strips today. So let's load this jerky gun up. You just want to take your meat and pack it in there as best you can, as tight as you can. Try to get all the air out of the jerky gun cylinder. Smells good. Just want to pack it in there as tight as possible. Nice. Alright. So I'm going to take the attachment that we want to use, put the ring over the top, tighten it down. Then we just want to do long strips all the way across. It seems like that might be too much, but by the time it dries out in the smoker, it shrinks up quite a bit. Just want to do all the way across and break it off. So you just want to continue to do that with all your racks. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll get back with you. Alright, so I finished putting the jerky on the racks with the jerky gun. This is what it looks like when you're all finished. At this stage, you can put some more seasoning on top, crushed red pepper or whatever you like. I'm not going to put anything on it because I'm making it for the family and the kiddos. So let's grab our water tray and our grease pan and let's go head out to the smoker. Alright, so we're out at the smoker now. I have a Masterbuilt smoker. I love it to death. Electric. Let's turn it on. I usually start my jerky process at 220 degrees for the first hour. So that's because I want that meat to get to 160 degrees internal temperature, so I know that it's killing all that bacteria, if there is any, and all that icky stuff that you don't want. So we're going to set the timer for 3:30. I'll probably adjust that a little bit so this thing will just kick on. So it should be heating. It is heating. You can see that little red button. Also up here, you want to open your damper all the way up. So when you start the process of smoking it or dehydrating it, it's letting that moisture out. I'm going to actually be smoking just the first hour of this process with some good old hickory chips. People say you can soak them in water, last a little longer, but I'm only doing an hour-long smoke. And the reason why I only do an hour of the process, because I don't want it to take the meat and that's all you taste is smoke. I just want a hint of smoke. So for the first hour at that 220 degree mark, we'll put some smoke on it, and then after that I drop the temperature down to about 180, 185 and let it cook for another 2.5 hours. So I'm going to put the tray inside. I'm going to get the meat ready to come outside, and we're going to let this thing warm up. Alright, so our smoker's warmed up now. I've got the meat out here. I'm going to open the door, which is going to let all the heat out. But the element, the heating device, is warmed up now. You can see I've got the water pan, the grease pan tray down there. I'm going to load this up now. Try to one-handed without dropping anything. Two trays in. Three trays. Last one goes down here. All right, so we got all 4 trays in now. So I'm gonna shut the door. Now we're gonna add some chips, which I have the chip loader on the side. Open it up. I'm just gonna put a pretty good handful in there. There we go. Just like that. Put it in there. Turn. Voila. Goes right into the chip pan. So that's it for that. We're gonna let that go for about an hour at 220, and then we'll come out and we'll check it again. So it's been an hour at 220. Let's open her up and take a look. So what we got in here. Got all that smoke out. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Let's see if I can get you guys in there. Oh yeah, it's got that bright red color. That's what you're looking for. Got all the juices down here. That's looking really good. So I'm going to close her up. I'm going to drop the temperature. So set temp. We're at 220. We're going to go to 180. Oops, too far. So we're at 180. We're going to let that sit at 180 for about 2.5 hours. It's been 2.5 hours since the last time we checked. Let's take a look. We are at 0, so it's time to open this bad boy up and see what we got inside. Oh, look at there. So we smoked this jerky for 1 hour at 220 degrees. Then we turned the smoker down to 180 degrees, and we continued to just dehydrate the meat at that time. We didn't put any smoke on it for 2.5 hours, and now she's done. I'm gonna take all this meat out of the smoker. I'm gonna put it on some paper towels in the house so it can dry up the rest of the oils and fats that are kind of on the meat still. And then once it cools off, you can put it in Ziploc bags, or you can vacuum seal it, put it in the freezer. If it lasts that long, usually it doesn't last that long. So I really appreciate everybody for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, hit the like button, hit that dislike button, leave comments down below. I will get back to you. Until next time, thanks for watching Rip and Tip Outdoors. Later.